The Trump return to Butler, Pennsylvania. That is one rally I wish I could have gone to, because what an experience, man.
Yep.
People were obviously lined up for hours and hours and hours. They're talking about like, I don't know, 70 to 100,000 attendees. Just incredible. Here's what it looked like from the air as Trump Force One was getting ready to land there. I mean, this is a spectacle. You guys.
I don't believe this is why I don't believe the polls, Mock. I don't believe them.
Incredible.
I mean, look at the crowds. You cannot tell me that this guy is not leading, that people are not sick of the bull crap with the deep state and everything else, and that our government is not completely out of control and they want to change. You cannot tell me. I simply cannot believe.
I want you to be right so hard. You have no idea.
I feel in my heart and my soul that I'm right. Do you guys feel that? I feel that. And then they're just like, the media just tries to tell you this is what's happening. Don't pay no attention to the world around you. This is what's happening. And your prices are great. And your gas prices are fine.
The economy's rocking, man.
Right. Everything's wonderful. And Trump sucks. And you're like, but no. Yeah, this is the thing.
As soon as he got off the plane, he met the comparatory family for this big moment.
God bless him. That guy's a hero.
And here's just another picture of the crowd real quick.
Oh my God. It's amazing. Just amazing.
Right?
Yeah. That would have been amazing to be there. Oh my gosh.
Just
awesome.
Incredible.
Right?
It looks like a Robbie Williams concert.
Yeah. She went there, you guys. She totally went there.
I did go right there.
Mock. Inappropriate.
Tons of amazing speakers too. We could spend easily 3 hours just talking about like all the cool stuff that they had at this rally. We're going to just give you quick little hits, and then you can go back and watch it. There was like, I think 25 million views of the rally on Twitter, like just 12 hours after it happened. I don't even know what it's up to now, but it was millions and millions. You think about that and compare that to what mainstream media outlets get for their news programs. It's nothing. I mean, they are dwarfed by Twitter. Dwarfed.
Yep.
Here's one of the nurses who took care of Trump after he'd been shot at his first Butler rally.
The man that we all see on TV with the strong personality, who sometimes doesn't mince for words, or who is seen as a wealthy, powerful businessman, was not the man that I stood beside that evening. What I saw was a man that, in the aftermath of one of the most terrifying experiences of his life, showed resiliency. He showed strength and courage. He showed that his family was at the forefront. He was a husband, a father, and a grandfather. He was compassionate and grateful. He was kind and humble. Several times I stood and stared at him with tears rolling down my cheeks. He was someone's dad. He's a human just like you and me. I held the hand of that man who sends out the mean tweets, and I thanked him for loving our country and fighting for our freedoms.
God
he assured me that he is doing everything he can to save our country, and I believe this to be true now more than ever.
I love that so much. Yeah, because this is the thing, again, with the press giving you, trying to sell you a bill of goods, is like they try to make you think that he isn't human. And we played so many clips of all of these jackholes in the past who loved him before he had an R next to his name, right? And they really liked him. Now they don't. And now they're like, he's not even human. He's the devil. He's this. He's that. He's not. He's not any of those things. Pay no attention to what they tell you.
And here's the doctor that was on call when he was brought in after getting shot in the ear.
My name is Dr. James Sweetland. I had the opportunity to take care of Corey Comprator during the last Butler rally. In speaking today, I have to give you two disclaimers. First one is that the opinions that you hear from me today are mine and mine alone. Having said that, I have another disclaimer. I used to be a Democrat. Please forgive me for that.
I love it. That's fantastic.
I think the crowd forgave him.
I think so too.
Lara Trump also spoke, and it was very, very encouraging to hear her talk about not just recruiting of poll workers and volunteers, but also election integrity.
We have had a big goal of recruiting 100,000 people to volunteer as poll watchers, poll workers, legal experts on the ground. And we said, I don't know, 100,000 is a lot. I'm happy to report that we have trained 200,000 people across this country to do that.
It's fantastic. Good for her.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So our message is very clear. If you are a person who is considering cheating in our elections, we will find you, we will track you down, and we will prosecute you to the full extent of the law.
I love that so much.
And if you're an illegal citizen voting in our election, we'll track you down and prosecute you to the full extent of the law, and you're leaving this country. How's that sound?
That's fantastic.
Don't do it. It's not worth it.
That's so Liam Neeson. I will find you.
Right.
So great.
She also allowed and introduced Scott Pressler to speak at this rally, and that was amazing too.
Pennsylvania, you have the power to change the world. Pennsylvania wins the White House, and so please, I ask you today, please check your voter status, make sure you're an active voter registered at your current address, and please visit vote.pa.gov and register to vote today. A message to our union workers. We want your vote. We want to keep jobs here in America. To our beautiful Amish and Lancaster and across the state, we will protect your raw milk, your dairy, your farming, your school choice, your religious freedom, your ability to afford to have 10 beautiful children per family. To our hunters, 30% of you are not registered to vote. Please, our hunters, support the Second Amendment, register to vote. To our truckers that service us every single day, please request a mail-in ballot or vote early, lock in those votes. To our sorority sisters and our fraternity brothers, please, you have the power. If you're going to school here in Pennsylvania, register to vote legally and lawfully here in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. I feel this from the top of my head to the tip of my toes. I love our great country. President Trump took a bullet for us. Please use your ballot and have his back on Tuesday, November 5th, and deliver Pennsylvania for Donald J. Trump.
So, God, he's a national treasure. He needs to be protected at all costs, and we need to clone him.
A million times.
I just love him.
He did so good. He's always so emotional and inspiring and just so good.
And he talked about his parents at the beginning of his speech, and his parents must be so proud of him.
Oh, I can't even imagine.
Yeah.
Cannot imagine. JD Vance also was there, and he talked about what we want out of our next leader. Is it somebody who's afraid of like mean press, or is it somebody who took a bullet for the country?
I'd like to ask you, who would you rather have facing down, Vladimir Putin and Xi Jinping? Someone who is afraid of interviews with the friendly American media, or someone who faces down two assassins and returns triumphantly to the very place that he got shot?
That's right.
I'm thrilled to have.
That is right.
He also apparently is getting a lot of questions about what he thinks about Liz Cheney endorsing Kamala, and here was his answer.
Of course, Donald Trump on that team. I'm thrilled to have Bobby Kennedy on that team because the American people are sick of the BS. And by the way, you know, I've been asked by some folks about, you know, to comment on Liz Cheney. I think we just traded Liz Cheney for Tulsi Gabbard. That's the biggest upgrade in American politics, and I'm awfully happy about it.
We talked about that last week. Somebody said that. Somebody put that on our insiders page, I think, last week. They're like, oh my gosh, we just talked about that. Yeah, it's so true. Huge upgrade.
Big fat upgrade. There were a lot of suggestions that I saw floating around Twitter before the rally started saying, Trump should just show up on stage and say, as I was saying. And you guys, that's freaking exactly what he did.
As I was saying.
Biggest balls ever.
And he shows the graph.
It's the greatest. Oh my God. I freaking love it. His balls are the size of Texas.